What's up, YouTube? I thought I'd do a build showcase since I'm pretty proud of my latest build. It's 100% vanilla. You can build this without any mods. There is two pieces that are clipped, just as a forewarning for you guys. If you're not about the clipped ship life, I get it. I wasn't about the clip ship life either until I built this ship and I couldn't get these two pieces on. And I was like, well, the rest of the ship is built. I kind of need these pieces to fit. So I did what I had to do. And it looks sweet. So I'm not even mad that I had to clip a little bit into the cockpit of my ship. I mean, it's kind of annoying when you're in the ship and you can see it and it's like, no, but like, it's worth it for how sweet this ship looks. So let's get started. I'm going to paint everything gray to make it easier to show you guys the build. I'm also going to break it down by layer because it's basically 3 layers. And you're going to want to essentially be maxed out with ship piloting and spaceship design, because it is an endgame build. You're also going to want to have completed the Walter Stroud mission, All That Money Can Buy, on Neon, with the diplomatic ending, because that's how you get these SAL 680 or 6830 engines. They're probably the best engine in the game. You got 18,000 thrust with a max power of 2. You can put a ton of them on ships. I only need 3 on this ship, and these done 4-1 engines. I got 2 of those and the 3 of the 6830s. But let's break this down. We'll go layer by layer. We'll do the engines on the bottom layer. So there's your 3 layers. That's all this ship is comprised of. It's pretty simple once it's laid out. It does look pretty complex when it's all put together though. So don't let that scare you off from building this ship. This piece here and this piece here are the only 2 pieces you're gonna have to mess with, because they're clipped into the cockpit. And I'll show you how to do that in this video as well. So don't be scared that you don't know how to clip, because I'm going to show you how to clip. But let's get started with the bottom layer. So you're going to need 6 of these NG20 landing gear wides. They're the best landing gear in the game. They provide 4 lander thruster. I try to use them on all my builds because I just really like them. In the middle of those, you're going to have a Demos or whatever companion way you want. It's just got to be a 1x1. And the only reason for that 1x1 is because I've used a 100 DP slim docker on the bottom. And that's because of the tail on the top. I can't really fit a docker on the top. And I don't really like the side dockers, so I generally always go with the bottom or top docker. On this ship, it's a bottom docker. So on either side of the companionway, you have your main ship modules. So I'm using a B-class Aurora 13G grav drive. It's pretty good. It's never let me down. I think it's good enough for the ship. I wasn't about to use one of the bigger ones that takes up more space, because then it messes with my whole ship design. So I went with a B class. The reactor, however, is a C class for the 34 power generated. I do like my C class ships. So this is a C class ship. You just have your NG6 landing bay. You could probably fit some other landing bays in here if you don't like this landing bay. And then you have your two Stroud Cap A Port 4 bots, one on either side, just mirrored. Make like a nice wing design. From those we go out to the Nova Cowling 2 LPFs, which then tie into the Dun 41 engines. On the back of the reactor and the landing gear we have 3 Stroud engine mounts upside down. So you have the center one and the right and the left. And those hold your engines in place really nicely. So you can see there's these other two from the middle layer that tie in with these engines, but there's not one in the middle. And the reason for that is simply because I had one in the middle and I did not have anywhere to put shielded cargo. I got rid of one engine mount. Yeah, this engine's not connected as good now, but now I have this hidden storage for my contraband. So it works out nice. So yeah, that's the first layer. After the first layer, we go with the second layer. Might as well start at the back since we were already talking about it. You got your 2 Stroud engine mounts. You got your Huller shielded cargo, which they're top mounts, so they're mounted underneath here basically. So you're gonna put those on pretty late into the build. Like I started by going to I think it was Neon, the ship dealer there, and I got the engines that I needed and like set up the base frame, and then I went to my own base and built the rest of it. Also had to go to a demo shipyard. So yeah, you're gonna have to fly a few places. But after the engine mounts on the second layer, you're gonna have your Galleon S204 cargo holds. You're gonna have 6 of them, 3 on either side. The wings mostly made up of Nova cowlings. Then you have your science lab, workshop, and an all-in-one berth 3x1. That's the only habs you have on this ship. And they're tied into a DS40.2 Ares bridge that you get from the Demo shipyard. These are obviously clipped. We'll get into that in a second. Shield, you can use whatever you want. I used the Vanguard Bulwark shield generator. And that's pretty much it for the second layer. Again, guns, you can use whatever you want. I used the 280C missile launcher, the Alpha beams, the PB300s, and the MKE-9 Gauss guns. For the top level, we have a Stroud nose cap B4 top, which goes back into a Deimos Hull A. There's actually 4 of those, with 2 on the sides. We also have 2 Nova cowlings mirrored of each other. Again, 2 Nova cowlings mirrored of each other to help make the back wing, which go into the Stroud Cap A port aft tops, mirrors of each other again, and then those hold the Stroud braking engines. On the back here we have 2 Deimos bumpers. I think they make a really nice tail. And we also have the 500T HE3 tank for the helium. You can make your spine however you want. There's a few different ways you can make it look. I chose to go spine A4, spine B, spine D4, spine F4 with a spine A4 on top, and then the spine, or the tail A. So now let me show you how to put the ship together once you have, so essentially you'll be able to build these 3 layers without clipping. So you take this layer, it just slides on here, fits perfectly. The top will then slide on here, covering a lot of your storage and your reactor. Oh shit. Oops. So now these 2 can slide in. So there's your hidden cargo. Just bring this center. Okay, so for clipping, this is the hardest part of this whole build. You're going to grab this, you're going to flip it upside down. You're going to slide it over here to where you want it. Now that it's in place upside down, you flip it to where it needs to be. 1, 2, 3. Let go of your mouse button, press escape, and yet now it's clipped on, it's attached, but it's going into your cockpit a little bit. So when you're inside your ship, you're going to see a little bit of this. Can't really get rid of that. It's unfortunate, but it does look really nice from the outside. So again, I'll show you from this side. Doesn't work, but if you flip it upside down, now you come in, flip, flip, there we go, and hit escape. Now it's in place, and Bob's your uncle. So that's the Ronin Mk4. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a pretty simple ship to build, other than the fact that you gotta fly to multiple shipyards and be end game for some of the components. It's got a nice fighter jet look to it. Let me know what you think of the ship in the comments, if you think there's anything I should change. If you like the color scheme I had at the beginning, what color would you make the ship? I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you're new here, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. I'm BDX Ronin. Thanks for watching. Peace out.